the page. And we're going to see if we are going. All right. So let's give this a try. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to look at is the values for A4, which is not the one selected there. Let me actually go back over here. So A4. This is this value right here. That's the one that makes the magic happen. So this is emulated save state. We're gonna go frame by frame most of the time here because I'm on keyboard. Oops. And this is gonna be rough. So all right. So you want to be near the end. Right about there is fine. You can see the value in the corner is 78, or the memory value here is 78. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to set that to the lowest possible value where this will work, which is D3. Now, D3 is going to, when I jump, it's going to give me the higher jump right here. So we're going to watch frame by frame when I jump. So you'll see now your normal jump is going to get you to about here, but with when that A4 value is anything above DBO, what did I say? Did I say it's a D3? Oh man, did I screw that up? Hold on. Oh, see, there we go. Okay, so D3 is the lowest possible value, which in hex translates to 110, 112, 210, 212, 211, 211 I think it is. Anyway, it gives you a higher jump, and then you come back down. Now, that's important for this strat because now we know for sure that our last jump was a high one. Now, for Slack's strat, he's doing 3 more standing jumps right from this point, and the third jump from there actually puts you ready to have another high jump. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reset this again to, we're gonna do let me do a value I know is gonna work for sure. So let's just do like EE. All right, and we're gonna wait. Platform's gonna appear up there, and then as soon as that platform starts to disappear, we're gonna make our way over here. And then again, when this platform disappears, we're going to jump again. Okay, so now, when you land on this platform, there's a few frames of animation where he's just kneeling. But the way Slack does this, as soon as he stands up, he basically is trying to turn around for just one frame, a single frame of animation. It's actually 2 frames. Double Dragon 2 has a lag frame every other frame, and it will drop any input during that frame. So we're just going to hold, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold left and tap forward 2 frames. Now, a couple of frames from now, the animation will happen where he turns around, and we're going to watch that value over here at A4. Now right now it's 68, but as you see Billy turn around, now it's E4. Hey, that's a high jump again. So from here, you can go ahead and do your high jump and just hold up, and then Bingo, bango, bongo. You're in. You're in the door. And that involves making a few jumps here, there, and everywhere. So let me switch scenes here for a second, because I built a spreadsheet. And this is the Slackinator's 3 jump, Double Dragon 2 strat. I'm going to have to move my microphone. Sorry if it bumps. I do not have a headset mic. I just have my Shure 57s. So this is the best I can do. Okay, so this right here is the value of the high jump prior to starting those 3 jumps. So if you start, as you can see these green values over here, all of these values are within range on the very last jump after the turn with 2 frames that will get you from the tiny platform into the door and actually allow you to proceed to the next area. So when you start, you are in this range here, you will see a high jump and you'll be like, great, I'm in a good place. And you'll make you'll make your 3 jumps, 1, 2, 3. You'll jump to platform 1, jump to platform 2, and then, I'm sorry, take that back. So this is the jump. This is where you are before you make your first jump. You'll jump 1, you'll jump 2, you'll jump 3, you'll jump to the first platform and to the second platform, and then with the turn, it adds all of these to the sub pixel value for your X value to 195, which is not high enough for a long jump, for a diagonal jump to get into the door. It is, however, you are able to get in there at 204. So if this value is, when you get here, if you turn, we'll go back for a second. Move my microphone again. Go back to this scene. So if we're over here, let me just rewind. All right, so if we go and we land on this platform, now I'm gonna cheat because I'm lazy and I don't want to do this a million times. I'm gonna turn around before I stand up. Okay, because I'm in a good position. You can make the jump from here, I'm sure. I hope. I'm gonna look real stupid if I can't. But the value is only 68. But if we go to, actually, you know what? Let me do CB, because I don't know what that is, but hopefully that won't screw anything up. We'll do CB, and when I make this jump with CB, it'll look like this. And we're there, and we look like maybe we're gonna make it, but we don't make it because that's sad. All right. So we're gonna land. Let me turn. And this time I'm gonna set it to CC, which is equal to 200. Not that the value actually makes a huge difference. I mean, the values are kind of arbitrary. What matters is that when it's at this value, this is the lowest point. And we'll frame advance a little bit till we're standing. And we're gonna jump and hold up. And we're in. So the lowest possible value that can be is a CC, or 204. 204, not 200. I'm sorry, 204. So if we go back over to this chart that I have built, so this value here up in the is 211. This is the lowest possible value that you'll be able to get the high jump on if you're doing a vertical jump. And there are 10 values, it looks like here. Well, yeah, it's 10 values that if you're in this range, 10 out of 256, it's actually 10 out of 45. So you'll end up over here, which is lower than CC after the turn. If for some reason you are, let's go back here again. So let's say you're not perfect, you're not slack, and you can't execute this perfectly every single time, which, you know, I'm not. I can't. I definitely can't. That's why I'm doing it this way. I mean, I can do it at this point because I've been mucking. Ooh. Hey, let's go back to the. There we go. All right. So let's say we're gonna let him stand up because the way Slack does this is 3 jumps and then he turns. So let's say, all right, here's the 2 frames that you want. All right, and then we'll do 2 more. All right, so that's 4 frames that I was holding right. And when you turn around this time, you get to E2. That's not terrible. Like, that still works. But, and here's the problem. Here's where you start to, where this starts to become a game of precision. Because what that actually did, I don't know if you'll recall, but the first time I did that turn and I did it for exactly 2 frames, it was E4. So that essentially eliminates 2 more outs. So if you were at, you know, if you were going to be at CC when you turned, you're going to go from CC down to CA, and you're not going to make the jump. If you hold it for 2 extra frames, if you hold it for 6 extra frames, it goes down 2 more. So every extra frame, every extra input it reads, it moves the value down by 2 after the turn. So it would, you know, in this case it would be E2, then E0, and then it would be down to D, DE, and then DC, DA. And all of those values are still good in this case. I mean, obviously if you move too far, you're just going to fall right off the ledge. So that's also not really, it's not that big of a deal, but it's eliminating, I think I had one where I was able to get to 8 frames and still make the jump. Like, I was far enough into the platform that I could walk 8 frames and still make this jump. But then I've lost, like, I've cut the window down from 35 available exits possible. Yes, this is going to work. Exits down to just about to like 27, which is all right. I mean, if you're precise and you press it for just the 1 frame and it doesn't drop your input, then life is good. I think 2 frames is probably, you know, tough to do, but even 4 is okay. But you're going to lose out on a few of the available exits, shall we say? Okay. So I'm gonna go back now. Let me just hop down, and we're gonna go over here. And so my version of this. Now, I thought originally that you had to be on a very specific pixel, but the more I test this, the less I think that's true. You just need to be far enough to the right so that when you land on the tiny platform, you don't end up missing the door. Like, because you have to get far enough back to the right in order to get into the door. And with my method, you can't move once you're on the platforms. The jumps all have to be static, which is, you know, it is what it is. So what I'm going to do, just to simplify this, is I'm going to set this value here to, let me make sure I do one that I know is going to work. So we'll again do EE. So that's right in the middle of the pack. That shouldn't be an issue. And I'm going to jump once for the high jump, and then 1 extra time. So I find my high jump and I jump 1 more time. And then from here, it's just a matter of making sure we time the jumps correctly. So we're just gonna frame advance to, oh, that was a little late, but okay, we'll still make it. There's plenty of time. So we'll jump to there, stand up, wait for it to disappear, and then we'll jump again. I will turn in midair. I don't know. I don't actually know that this matters. As long as the jump is static, I think it's fine. I suppose I could test it. Well, let's just do it this way first. So you'll land, and you'll see my value right now is E4. So those 2 jumps take you, so 3 jumps, excuse me, take you from EE right down to E4. So it's a very small drop. And in the case of, you know, what we're trying to get done here, the lowest value of D3 will push you below CC. But we're gonna test that too, because I'm curious to see. So now I should just be able to jump and We should just go in and hopefully I won't look like a fool. Boom. All right. Excellent. So that's my method. And I'm going to go over, I'm going to back up here. Oh, hey, no reverse. I love this reverse function. It is so handy. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly make a save state right there. So, oh, that was a really bad time to do that because I want the platform to be further back. So we'll do it like here. That's fine. All right. So let's try, just because I know this is going to be the closest we could shave it, would be D3. Because D3 is going to give us that high jump. So let's just go ahead and input the high jump. And we'll see his hair. You can see right here, this is what a normal jump would look like. His hairline just gets right up underneath that purple pixel, that last purple pixel, and then the high jump goes those 2 pixels, those 2 little bits higher, and then he lands, and we're going to make one more jump. So now we've got 2 jumps under our belt. We're flashing. That was really close. And then we're going to just jump over. Oh, hey, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. Rewind. That is why we have rewind. Because I am bad at video games sometimes. Alright, come on. Flicker. And jump. Okay, now this time we started out at a very low value. One of the lowest possible values that you can have to get that high jump. The lowest possible value to make that high jump. Oh, I was supposed to turn. Not that it matters. But you can see it's C9 now. And C9 is not going to give me a high enough jump arc to get to the door. So that eliminates one of our sweet spots. That eliminates just one. Now let's go over to my other chart. So this is slacks, and now we're down to my 1 jump strat. So my 1 jump strat, if you are on D3, D4, or D5, you won't make it. As soon as you get to D6, 214, you're in that window, and it stays that way. I'm pretty sure the whole way down. But we're gonna test it. We're gonna test a little more. So, oops, that is not the window I want. That is also not the window I want. Can I have OBS, please? Thank you. All right. So let's reload the save state. Okay. So this is gonna, oops. That's gonna change when I move, right? Yeah, it's gonna be A6 again. So I'm just gonna set this right to we did D3. D4, D5 won't work, so D6 is going to be the very first one. Now we're going to input our jump, and we'll see that D6 gets us to the high pixel. We're going to jump again. So now we've got our high jump, we've got our single jump, and we just have to wait for the platform to start to despawn. And then we'll make our jump. And we'll wait for this platform to despawn. And we'll make our jump. I'll do my little turnaround because why not? Yeah, as long as you're crouching and you turn, you're not going to move anywhere. And you can see right now, clearly, CC, boom. And we can just go right ahead and make our jump to the exit. And we're out. So those are the, that's it. Like that's it in a nutshell. So if you do that 1 jump strat, as long as when you get to this point here and you're making your jumps for your high jump, as long as you see one in the first, like, I guess it's got to be like 6. I mean, so the way it works out, because of the way the numbers actually work, if you don't see one after 4, it's going to be at least 10. And you could try, because every single tap to the left or to the right will adjust it just a little bit. The problem is that if you move, let's just show you. All right, so this is like this is where we want to be, but let's say like, because I don't know where a really bad one is. I guess probably, actually I take that back. I guess probably the lower one's probably a bad one. So let's just try D3, or actually let's try D2, because that's going to give me a non-high jump anyway. So that's 1, not high jump, 2, not high jump, 3, not ready, 4, not ready, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and now we're ready. Now this one will be a high jump after 11 inputs. So you could theoretically, I think, let's set that back to D2. So like, let's say you're on D2, you make your fourth jump, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're not getting anywhere. Now you didn't see another high jump, so you know for sure that there's at least, and I think there's like, the smallest one is like 9. At some point, I'll have to actually make a list that goes through and just rotates through all of the potential hex values. That'll show you how big the gaps are. But I think the biggest one is like 9 wide, and we know this one is 11. So with that in mind, let's just make a left turn. And that brings us to 44. And then we'll jump. I'm going to turn in the air just for the sake of facing in the right direction. So that's now, I guess, 5 jumps. And then we're going to walk back again for 1 frame back to an area where we might be a little, I think this is right, yeah. Well, that's close enough, maybe. Oh, actually, I don't think I'm far enough to the left. And now we're back, and we can do, let's see, so then be 1 more, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see, now it just rotates you around. It doesn't give you a good one at all until you get to like there, and then finally you can get it. Alright, so that's not really helpful, but so there are runs in the, so there are like segments of this rotating value that sometimes you'll get a run of like 10 where you're not going to make it. So if you, Slack, you're totally right. If you get to like, at least unless somebody comes up with something different. Actually, Slush was saying something about how sometimes, like if you do a kick, you can get it to, like a jump kick, you can get it to change less. So if we did 1, 2, 3, 4, if on the 4th one you didn't see anything, if you weren't getting any love, and then you did a jump kick, or I guess a spin kick, where does that put you? Nowhere. Oh, I put you 1 away. So then you do the, okay, so that's interesting. So maybe you want to look into that a little, more, but it's kind of hard to test. I'll have to figure out what the values are that cause the biggest headache and just go right to them and try to work out what the quickest fix is. But like, so again, just for the sake of, is it repeatable? There's D2. So we do 1, 2, 3. We do a 4th jump and we're still not getting any love. So we do the spinny kick. Oh, I changed the wrong value. Oh no, I don't even know what that is. Let's set it to 00. I thought that was weird. I thought it looked like I made a high jump. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're still not getting any love. So spinny do 1, high jump. wonder if you have enough time for that with the strats, like if that would even be viable. So let's, I guess we have to look into where this is when you come up. I'm not sure. Yeah, if you want to elaborate on that more, Slack, when you have a chance to see if that's a thing maybe you can test out if you have enough time. If you get into a run where you're like, oh, I did 5 and it didn't pan out, or I did 4 and I didn't get it, so maybe try doing a spin kick and then one more jump, and then it'd be rough because you've got the way you do it, you do 3 jumps. Maybe you'll switch to the 1 jump method after this, after seeing just how effective it might be. So I want to try one more thing, and then I'm going to switch to console. I have a EverDrive, and I've got a save state in this area, and I'm gonna do some like real-time runs on a console for console verification, just to I guess for proof of concept. All right. So what was I thinking? We're gonna do. Well, we're just gonna. Let's just. No. We're gonna go back a little. Womp womp. All right. 'Cause it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna cheat with the values. Hey, stop that. Don't annoy my fans. So we're gonna jump. Because they didn't actually test the high value for whether or not you could make this jump over here. Alright, so I know that the lowest possible value to make this jump on A4 is CC, and the highest possible value that this value can receive is FF, which is 255. However, I don't actually know that the game registers FF. And I only say that because if you set this value to FF, if you force it, and then you jump, you make this ungodly Superman leap. It is so high, you're just like, wait a second. So I have a funny feeling that the value here doesn't go past, I think it's F6. Or no, I'm sorry, strike that. It's like F9. It's like 6 down from the top. It's like 250, I think, is the max value, and then after that, it just gives you a slightly higher and a slightly higher and a slightly higher jump. I suppose we could test that too, while we're just kind of farting around, messing with stuff. Yeah, brain dead. So let's try like F9 and see if that gives us any love. I'm pretty sure it will, so we'll just jump and hold up, and no. Okay, so that's a problem. So F9 did nothing. That was bad. Maybe I'm all right. Let's make sure I'm far enough to the left here. So let's set this to CC because we know for sure CC is our buddy. So we can just go left and jump, or right rather. Alright, so F9. Oh man, that's a bummer. So F9 is actually too high. Where does that actually land in? That's 249. Okay, well that's good. That's out of the realm of possibilities. So I don't think you can actually get to F9 from down here. I think if you are at the highest it could be, I think that on my chart, on my little handy dandy, this is the thing that tells you if you're at F9, which is 249, it drops you back by 10. So even if it was at the highest possible value of 255, it would be dumping you down to 245, which in hex is F something. F5. Yeah, F5. So let's go back and try F5 to see if we can get that working. All right, back it up. All right, and we're gonna change this to F5. All right, cool. We're gonna rotate. Oh no, we're not. Oh lordy. Go. Remix. Stand up. Rise from your grave. Punk. What in the world? So F5. Not even sure why that did that. So that's good. Oh, because I kept rewinding, that's right. And up we go with F5. Nope. Bogus. Alright, so that one doesn't work. That's no bueno. Alright, that's going to eliminate one of my top values. So, oopsie, let's back up. Alright, why don't I make another save state right there? That'll be good. Alright, so F5 didn't work. Let's just go right down to F0 and see if that's going to make it. Because that's going to be, that's basically like make or break here. I'll have to do a little digging to see if this value ever even can even get this high. But, so we'll jump. Alright, so F0 gets us out. Load right back here. Now let's try. What do we do? We did F5, so let's do F3. Alright, F3 gets us out too, so that's good. So F5 didn't work. Now we gotta try the last one, which is F4. And see where we land on that. Alright. Oh, okay, so F4 doesn't work. So F3 is the highest value that it could be. There's the highest value possible to get out. So F3 is going to be 243. All right. So, oh man, I left you guys like totally staring at my chart. Whoops. Hi. I'm over there making all these jumps and talking to you, and you're staring at my chart. Oh, I'm bad at streaming. So anyway, so you can see over here that this is greater than 203, and then we need another rule. If greater than 242, because we decided that 243 is all F3. No, F3 works, so 243. So if greater than 243, we're going to color you, oops, with none. Why did that not? Oh, does this one have to be first? Is that how that works? There we go. All right. So with Slack's 3 jump, you've got 10 values right here that are problematic. If you start between 211 and 220, you'll run into a problem where with your 2-frame turn, you're not gonna be able to make the door. If you take the turn and you hold it for more than 2 frames, you're gonna lose. For each 2 frames, you're gonna go down 2 more and then 2 more, effectively sort of eating away at what might be. So if you are at 222 and you do the 1 turn, like the 1-frame turn, 2-frame turn, you're gonna make it. It's gonna be good. But if you do a 4-frame turn or a 3 or 4-frame turn, you potentially lose that value and the one below it. Meaning that the first value you could have had that would have made it is the 254, 240, 224. If you are cool to try the 1-jump strat, which is a little bit tighter as far as like you have to make all the jumps exactly. There are 5 values that are definitely not going to get you anywhere, and they're the 2 on the higher end, which I don't even know if you can get 255. Again, those values for some reason give you really, really high jumps. Just as a quick demonstration. Let's go back to this save here. So if I set this to FF, you'll see, I'll just do it in slow motion, because, so you're like, hey, we're jumping, and, oh hey, it's just a high jump. Okay, I take that back. So I guess when I did it, it locked it in that place. If you, when I was first mucking about with this and I didn't know you could just enter memory values into this grid wherever you felt like it, which is crazy. I was doing like cheats to edit the memory addresses. And when you lock it to FF, which I still have saved there, you get a chuckle. It's just like you could practically make the jump from down here. So clearly there's something funny going on, but I don't know exactly what. So anyway, that's what I got for values and for that. And I sort of showed the slack 1 frame turn 3 jump method, where you jump here when you're in this position 3 times or 4 times until you get a high jump, excuse me, which you have to kind of watch for that pixel to get covered up right there, and then you jump 3 more times after the high jump, which means that the very next jump that you're going to get is theoretically a high jump, as long as you're not outside of the window of where the high jumps are, which I think there's only 7 or 8 times. I think 8, maybe 9 times. 7, 8, or 9 times where you'll get a high jump, and then 4 jumps later you won't get a high jump. There's 8 or 9 gaps in the way that this ramps up. And I probably should have just made a part of this spreadsheet for that. I could do it real quick, actually. I think, because it's gonna just be, you're gonna have a starting value of like 0, and then this one's gonna be equal to this one plus 190, and then the next one is gonna be if this value plus 256 is greater, no, if this value plus 190 is greater than 256, the first thing, then what we want to do, oh, that's less than, that's fine. Then we're going to add K4 to, where's my brain? K4 to plus 190, otherwise it's going to be K4 plus 190 minus 256. Yeah, that's a long way around getting the result that I want. And then we can just pull that down, and that should work. I think this is going to rotate down when you get to somewhere around here. Yeah, see, there's the 0. So so it loops to 0 here, and then we'll do this one. We'll do an offset. Oops. That should be 1. Perfect. And then we'll just do a quick conditional formatting on these two to say if cell is greater than 203, no, 210. Okay, so these are all, every one of these green ones is a high jump value. And you can see the runs in them that are not high jumps. There's a few here, here. This is the big one for some reason. Like, that's massive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's like a 14 jump drought. And this one must be the 11 then, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so it's so 15 and 11 before you get your next one. And these are both pretty big too. 4, Huge. Huge. The wraparound ones are pretty bad too. I think actually that might be the worst. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15s, 15s, 15. So they're all 15 actually, except for 1, 2, 3. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So those are 11. I think definitely that if you get into a drought and you do that spinny kick, it's liable to put you back on course actually, because those are pretty much the same all the way through. So if you did 4 jumps and your next jump was a spinny do, I can't remember what value I used. I'll have to test some of those. It's getting late here, and I'm sure Slack is going to be like, you uploaded a like 45-minute video, dude, and you expect me to watch that whole thing? Like, what? So anyhow, yeah, so that's all that, and we're gonna go and we're gonna do boop 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 boo over here to my NES. Hopefully the audio for this is good, or good friggin' enough. All right, so I can't hear anything. I need some volume. So there might be some echo because for whatever reason I can't figure out a way to get this all hooked up in a good way. Okay, so I have a save state here, and you know, you're just gonna come over here, you're gonna get that to spawn, and then you come back here and jump until you get a high one. Ooh. Yeah, it was terrible. Am I in that drought? It's hard to tell. There it is. Yeah. So it's weird. It's hard to yeah, I've lost my brain. It's late, and we'll figure. You have to figure something out. This can be done. This can totally be done. So I was thinking about ways to line up quick, and I was worried that you'd need to be in an exact location. And I discovered, oh, I can't do it now. I'm not gonna be able to do it. But if you walk off of here, no, not there. If you walk off of here and then knee and jump, it puts you a little too, wow, wait a minute, it put me too far out. Oh, I probably had a high jump. An unfortunate one. But I was hopeful that maybe something like this would be effective, where you could just line yourself up. See, like, that's perfect. So as long as you don't get a high jump when you go to do the knee or your jump, you end up pretty much on a good pixel to escape with. Not that it actually matters that much, but for the sake of lining yourself up, if there's somewhere you're trying to find that's comfortable, you don't even have to jump to reset your feet. You can actually just tap up or down, and he tries to walk a little. Oh, that was a high jump. So I guess we could try one more time. I think that was a high jump anyway. I'm not far enough. Yeah, so you have to kind of be further back. That was a high jump. Oh, that was brutal. But yeah, theoretically, as Slack was showing off earlier today, you should just be able to walk up, line up your high jump, extra jump, 1, 2, and out. It's that simple. It's that simple. Any idiot can do it. Even this guy who has no world records, who has one speedrun on speedruns.com for like 10th place, 11th place. I don't even know what place it is. It's just a crappy Wizards and Warriors time. So obviously I need to get into some of this and make some runs happen, but I don't know that I can get the timing down for all the knees. But Slack, I hope this is enough to get what you wanted. Oh, I'm too far. I should have known. But that pretty much goes, I think that goes over everything that we've discovered. Many thanks to Slack for suggesting that this be a thing, and Slush Filter for his contributions. See, look, I'm in that bad. There it was. Oh god. Yeah, see, I can do it. If I can do it, any idiot can do it. So, hopefully that's enough information. The video is kind of lengthy. Hey, Slush, what's happening? Eric, hey. Good times. It's like I've been watching the stream chat the whole time, like, oh, nobody's here. And then I'm like not paying attention. I'm 3 screens over now on my CRT, and he shows up. Hopefully the audio is good. I know it's kind of a lengthy, like 40 some odd minutes now. Slack's gonna be like, what the hell? I just wanted a quick explanation. So kind of went into some detail, and thank God. So this is the annoying. Oh, let me get the stream chat out of there. You guys don't want to see yourselves. So I made this spreadsheet. The Slackinator 3 jump, and so the way he does it, if he starts on any one of these frames, any one of these values, it's gonna fail because he won't have the jump value when he turns won't be CC or higher, and but all these other ones are going to work. So it's like 10 out of that. But the thing is, when you turn and that value changes it goes down by 2 more. It's actually subtracting 2 from the A4 value every additional pair of frames that goes by. So if he was like, let's say he was here, for this, but then he held it for 3 extra frames, he's going to lose all 3 of these values, and it's going to be too low. I think that if he's able to what's the word I want? Assimilate. If he's going to assimilate to my 1 jump strat, which I think was actually originally his original strat was to get the jump once and then make the jumps. It looks much better on paper. I ran some tests, and you lose these 3 values, and then at the end you lose these 2. So it's only 5. There's only 5 locations where you're going to lose. You're not going to have the right value when you go to jump for the door, because believe it or not, if the A4 value is F4 or greater, it doesn't make it. It's off. It doesn't give you enough to get to the door. I was shocked. I was like, oh no, it falls apart. And then there's the issue of the droughts, which is what this column over here is for. So you can see anyone in green is going to be a high jump. So assuming you started at 0, you do 1, 2, 3, and then your 4th one would be a high jump. Whoops. And that goes pretty good for a little while. So there's 5 in a row there, 5 in a row there, 6 on this side, and then there's 6 in a row, and then 6 in a row. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 areas of drought, which is pretty bad. Yeah, oh yeah, they're great. They're great odds. I mean, as long as he doesn't hit one of these. Oh no, it's just an offset because it starts at 0, and if you add 190 all the way down, it actually loops back to 0 before you get there. And then this one I just did as an offset as a 1. I have a funny feeling this doesn't even exist. I haven't really looked at it. Like I haven't actually looked to see if it just increments in amount, like in even numbers. I guess I could. I probably should. It would have made sense. Yeah, it's just an odd even parity. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure we're in the even column where we get 1 less, where we don't get the 211, which is the spot where no, it must be because we get 211. Or all right, well, I don't know. I've lost the plot at this point. I was mucking about with Messin and the memory tool. Just as where am I? Switch over to save state 6, because if you're here, when Slack does it, I can't even simulate one of his values because I don't know what they are. But if you change it to CC and we Turn them around. It's like magic. Boop. It's unreal. Oops. Suppose I could just hit F6 again. But it only works up to F3. If you do F4, oh, that's not the right field. Whoops. I keep editing the wrong spots in memory. I'm sure I'm screwing something up. But if we set it to F4, which is, you know, normally a high jump value, we go sailing by like nobody's business. It's just sad, depressing. And that's why we lose when we do the one jump strat. We lose these down here at the bottom of the list. Down there, sad face. It's so weird. Like it doesn't even make sense. It's just an oddity. The fact that it works at all is an oddity. Like I can't figure it out, because it's like, how is it that you're going through this door? Because normally you have to like land on the platform. Like when you do it the right way, you crouch. You hit a solid platform there. But from the bottom, from when you jump from underneath, it's like it acts like there's no platform there, but the door is still there, the exit is still there. So it's like the game is checking for collision on a very specific scan line of some kind, and it just so happens that these values. And I mean, I didn't test them all. I've tested a few randomly at both ends, so I don't know. I don't know for sure that all of these are actual viable exits, but presumably when it's in between those values, it works. I mean, I suppose I could sit down and, you know, we could sit here and pick some arbitrarily just to see. But it's I mean, it's been my assumption all along that it would be okay. So we know CC works, so let's do D6. Is that the right field? Okay, good. Stand up. Okay, so D6 totally didn't work. So now what? That's no bueno. Why did D6 not work? What is D6? D6. Oops. Oh man. Oh man, indeed. So that's an even number. Yep, we're gonna try D7. That's a thing that's gonna happen. Let me just get back away from my calculator and back over to messing. Ruh-roh. D7. That's the right field, right? A4. A4. Okay. Oh. Lol. What just happened? Uh-oh. So we might have a bigger problem. So it's not okay. So the value that allows you through this door is now subject to mystery again. And this whole video, this whole pushing an hour's worth of a stream is now a total waste. I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on right now. Oh, fun. No. All right, so I guess what needs to happen is we need to check every single individual value, but it feels weird because like I've been just kind of, like I said, I've just kind of been mucking about with my console, and every time I've done it, it's worked. Like, and so I just tried a couple of numbers here, and I'm shocked that. So we did D7. Let's do D8. Like, okay, maybe you know what? Maybe I'm a kind of falling asleep. Maybe my brain forgot to hold up. I'm gonna go back and we're gonna do D6 randomly again. Alright, 3 frames of jump. There we go. Hold up. No, no. So D6 really doesn't work. That is messed up. I don't even... Oh, God. So D6 is 214. So that puts us there. And it doesn't work. And D7 didn't work. 215. Oh, whoops. D8, D8. Did I do D8? I've lost the plot. Like, this should not be a thing I'm doing right now. Like, this should have been solved. Alright, so D8 worked. I just want to know, like, what the hell rhyme or reason is going on here. D9 works. Why not 14 and 15? Did I, like, seriously, like, just happen to hit, like, the 2 that don't work? I mean, there's obviously a lot because Slack was hitting it pretty regularly. I'm going from the same save state on my console over and over again, but I'm moving differently every time. I'm intentionally trying not to follow the same path to make sure that my value is slightly different. But let's try D5, I guess. See, and D5 goes in. Okay, so wait a second. So did I couldn't possibly have picked the 2 values that don't work. So D4. Yeah, see, look, this is bizarre. I have no idea what the hell is going on at this moment. Not getting lined up with the door on D6. Oh, let's try. Okay, I didn't notice. Let me try it again. I mean, I'd say maybe it's my inputs, but like, I'm frame by frame right now, so it's definitely not. Alright. Yeah, it's like it doesn't look quite right, does it? That's so weird. So, okay, so this is it. This is that thing I was saying about how sometimes, in some instances, when you go to drop off of somewhere, you get this really odd short drop. Like maybe this is that. Maybe that's the value. Maybe it just has to be. Like maybe that's one of them that just makes the jump a little bit pushed instead of being a normal arc. It pushes you in a little. Like it shrinks the width that you're jumping, but not the height, because obviously we got the same height out of that jump. It's just not. I don't think he's making it far enough to the right. I think that's the problem. Where did you say that that X value was at? The one, like big X, so I can literally just move his dumbass around the screen. Because whoopsie, come on, get back up there. Because, I mean, at this point, like, it's a matter of just figuring out where... Hey, stop that. I don't want to listen to you, wub wub. Oh, what happened? You mad at me? Oh, what? What just happened? Whoa. Slow down. I'm confused. Because that shouldn't have happened. I did not go through. I did not rewind and change the value. I did not re-jump. I didn't do anything. I just backed it up and passed the window again and happened to press up. Hold the phone. They say this is like the good. This is like the good version of emulation. I think this is supposed to be the most accurate. What just happened? Hold on. Rewind might not be the best part. Like, it could... What the front... Alright, hold on. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted. He's standing. Okay. D6. No, wait. Did I do D8 or D6? Maybe it was D8. No, because I'd gone back because D6 was the one that was acting all funky. Okay. What the hell, dude? Alright, here we go. And we're jumping. And we're jumping. No, okay. So it didn't work. Alright. He's definitely too far. He's definitely too far left. I feel like. Alright, so 77. Let's play with our toys. Bimmy, you are my toy. 7. 7. So 90. Alright, good idea. So let's go back. Boop. Is that the right one? Am I looking at the right one? You said, wait, not 0077. This one right here, 17. Okay, yeah, that's the right one. I'm crazy. Alright, so we'll go A4. Let's just go right to one we know for sure works. Let's go to CC. Because that one's a perfect example. It's pristine. Alright, so he goes out on 87. He's out the door. Maybe, wait. Maybe we need to look at the Z value then? The heck? Yeah, because he's basically on that path. This is the same. I don't know. That's so weird. It's some, it could literally just be subpixel mumbo jumbo. I feel like something is wonky there. Because it shouldn't matter. Alright, so we're 4C, which is like completely, there's like no way this is going to work. It's way outside of any of the values, right? So when we get to 87, our foot, the tip of our toe is on that white pixel. And then we go down one and we're almost on the ledge, and then that's it. We're not through the door. And our foot reaches there. Okay. So if we go back and we do again, once more with feeling, CC, and down, no, and then. He's standing on the pixel. 85, 87. Oh wait, hey, I'm supposed to be holding up. 88, I missed my window. But that's basically the same nonsense. Go back. What just happened? Stop that. I don't even know what just happened. All right, so rewind is clearly broken. Like, I should not be rewinding to try to take a second look at anything, because I think that's causing problems. So we gotta stop that. If I don't catch it first time around, then just gotta do it again. No, we should be able to jump. All right. 2. All right. So right there, hold up. And as soon as you hit that ledge, you disappear. I'm baffled. Like, there's no reason that should not. There's really no reason that should not work on any value, because your foot is in the same place no matter what. Like, you make that jump, your arc is essentially the same, but there is something behind the scenes. So it has something to do with that Z value, and that's at A, D. Right, that's this one. It's B7 and B8. Oh my god. So it's like a carry or something, like a single digit. Let's try it with another known good value. X is okay. So all right. So the X value is, at least that's static. So it must have something to do with your Z value, which I don't even know if the Z value is tied to height or if it's tied to. Is that value tied to the subcarry into Z? Yeah. Fun. So is that something we can manipulate? And how much? All right, so let's go one frame. So it starts. So we're at 90. Okay, so it's tied to the jump height. Okay. Okay. So all right, that makes sense then. So when we get the high jump, it's like, oops, one too many pixels. Here, have an extra one. We're just going to shove this over to the Z value. And, oh, while you're at it, I guess that means you're on this other plane. Like, you're on this other tier. Maybe that's why. So it's 1 pixel high. Z is 1 pixel higher. Okay. So that's probably why, then, when you jump from one platform to the other right here, instead of it going up 190, it goes up 189. Because it's saying, oh, you're one layer higher. Oh, now you're 1 layer higher. Like, and that's what it's using that as a carry to tell where vertically you are on this, like what you're standing on. And since the overflow since it's that one value, that one accumulator for X and Z, it must just be like, oh, I guess we're I guess we're higher than we should be, so put them through the door. It's got to be something stupid like that. Oh my god. All right. Let me try. Oh Jesus, midnight. I have to work in the morning. We're gonna, and Slack is definitely not gonna watch this whole thing. So yeah, it's got to be. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Scan lines definitely could be tied to that. I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know my asshole from my elbow when it comes to this sort of stuff. I know math and logic. I mean, it makes sense that it would be looking for like an appropriate value, so you wouldn't like catch it from below. Like, so when you jump from the platform down here up, you wouldn't just trigger it. Like, you wouldn't be able to trigger it. So they wait for your Z value to be high enough. So so that jump has to set your Z value to that. It has to breach apparently B8. So if your Z value is ever set to B8 or higher, hey, there's a thought. Hold that thought. So what if I just make this B8? What happens then? Yeah. That's it. That's the dealio. Am I like gonna stand there or am I gonna fall? Oh, because it thought I was standing on the platform. That's bizarro. Okay.
So now we just have to figure out what manipulates that. I mean, obviously it's just jump height. It can't really be anything else. But then why arbitrarily are D6, D7, and D8 no gravity for me? Oh, it's a Yosemite Sam moment. My biscuits were burning. Uh, so D8 didn't work. Let's try D8 one more time, and I'll pay attention to the AD value. Wait, oh A, BA. Did D8 work? Was that the one that I was like, oh, surprise? Oh yeah, it was. Whoops. I just wanted to stay up later. D6. And D7. That's so, it seems so arbitrary. So, all right, we're clearly over the amount. BD, BC. Oh my god, wait. I know. I know exactly what's causing it. I think. Hold on. All right, so here's 9 and it skips right to 5. Okay. So, it's the descent. Oh my god. So because of the way the Z value decrements for whatever reason arbitrarily from D7 or D6, it just skips past the pixel we need. That is so effing bogus. Curse them and their almost good code. Oh. So that doesn't explain. It really doesn't explain why it does that. Like, at all. This is not a hitbox, no. It's 100% reading your XY value. And if your XY value, no, sorry, XZ value, it's reading your X and Z value. So if we were to set, what did you say it was, 87? So if we set this one, right, 77 to 87, and we set AD to B8, and then we run like 3 frames, and I hold up. Or through the door. Okay. So it's gotta be Z as B8, and I bet the X value can be anything. Like, I don't even think the X value matters. Well, no, that's not true. I take that back. The X value probably needs to be in that tiny window. But let's, I guess, because it's interesting to think about. So we'll set this to, let's set it to like 90. No. Let's set it to like further over. Let's do B0 because MB8. All right, so skip, and then we need this to be. Oops, it didn't save it. B8. Skip. Just out of curiosity. No, okay. Like, it knows. It knows well enough that the window is there, so it's actually coded properly. Well, moderately properly. I set this over to, what was it, 87? No. I wonder how high the D value would actually have to be. If we were to go to like BF, if that would be enough for me to land on the platform. It probably won't be because it doesn't know where I am at this point. Yeah, it's going to pass right through it. So it must store, it must have 2 variables. There must be a, this is where you jumped from, and this is where you are now, sort of thing, and a place that it expects you to land.